Mystic Royal Collective. I'm so glad to have you here. Ooh, a card slid out real quick here. Welcome, everyone. Just know that my readings are different. Some of you may already know that. And without further ado, and for, everything is for entertainment purposes only. So, if you want to go ahead and get cleansed, I have a sage in the background there. Feel the sage cleansing, and if you accept said cleansing and energetic untanglings, consent and say out loud, I do, or just say yes or nod or whatever. Kind of feel the presence right now. This is kind of a cleansing picture, like a warm shimmering fire, just kind of like sizzling any negative energies. Here a selenite, here a wand with some rose quartz for a little self-love, and third eye attunement with a labradorite here. Taking in any negative streams, taking away any anxieties, taking away any negative vibes, any sludge. We're loosening that sludge of anxiety and the untangling. Envision those energies leaving you now, providing an open and clear vessel for new things to take place. And so it is. All right, collective. Just kind of see what comes up, what spiritual messages, cards or no cards. I will pull some cards, but just so you know, again, things are a little different here. I do things different. I hope your day is going fantastic. And if you haven't already, make sure you like, follow, comment, and subscribe, please, for more action here. And we'll try to keep it very brief here now. First card, 5. 5 is the number of change, pulled from the Cartomancy deck. Pentacles, aka diamonds here. Change in stability, maybe in change in the way that you're getting some money. Let's pull a couple more from the Cartomancy, okay? Are you a witch? Maybe. Aren't you? Queen of Wands. Clubs. That's the witch in the tarot. Someone that's very knowledgeable, someone very mystical, and that knows exactly what they need to do and what's going on. I think right now I'm not speaking to anyone, any novice or anything like that. You gotta excuse me, I'm still getting used to a different setup here. I got a lot of little trinkets and things, and yeah. Relit the sage. Trying as much to go with the flow as much as possible. I'm reading the smoke trails here. Allow the energetic flow to continue. Practice a little more self-awareness if you're not already. It's like some occasional, maybe stalledness, or feeling like energy dispersal, just kind of what came to mind. Stay your course. Whoever you are, whomever I'm speaking to, could be multiple people in the collective. I feel this has been a very solo journey for you. The delicate dance between you and the universe. I see faint hints of blue and like red in a way. That's beautiful. And it's success for you. That's what it is. See that? This is aka Pentacles. We just talked about the stability and changing the way that you do things here. Feel this person, we just talked about red and blue. Look at that, y'all. Duality, baby. See that? I think it's kind of like locking in the attunement with the, not only with like nature elements and things like that, but also with your intuition and your masculine and your feminine energies. Make sure that those are as much intertwined and balanced as possible. And you see also the gold and the silver key there. I think someone's a little bit kind of protective of their gifts, and it's not a bad thing. Kind of have an organized structure. That's what I'm feeling. Because see the way that everything's kind of like organized there. It can be hard to let other people into your space or into your life if you kind of like seemingly have everything seemingly together. You just want peace, baby. That's all you want. See that? And look, I love this deck. Has so much symbolism in it. And again, that to me, I think that's the pillars from the High Priestess card. Essentially, that duality, that fine line smack dab in the middle. And I feel that, you know, that the more instances of the universe like challenges you potentially, and I say challenge because I feel that sometimes without a good challenge, we neglect to give ourselves the motivation to keep on going as much, you know? And that's kind of like the catch-22, you know, obviously it's like, you don't want to go through difficult situations, but at the same time, if you had everything comfortable and handed to you, then you know, there's really not an incentive to progress, you know what I mean? Without any slight deviations and getting balanced, you know what I mean? I think I'm focused right now on these snakes, you see that? And there have been instances, maybe you're weighing different options here. Notice how on the plate, there's snakes on the plate on each of those. And there's snakes on the hilt here with information right here. And I think this information only comes when you make the right choices to intersect and have that divine union between the two energies. And that's within the self. And I feel that, just so you know, this is not like a one and done type of thing. This is like an ongoing thing of consistently transmuting energies, you know what I mean, for your highest of alignment. Some things are lighter in load and some things are heavier. And some things you may not know what is inside the vessel. And then once you break it open or you pop the lid open very gently, you know, sometimes you may want to be careful not to just get too ahead of yourself. Because then if you go too far and like too fast, right? I don't know, this is just coming out, so I'm trusting it. If you go too fast, then what if you accidentally break the vessel that's holding said contents, you know what I mean? Self-care, you know, it's just kind of what came to mind also. But that doesn't mean that obviously from choosing either choice, there has been potentially some situation where you've had to make a tough choice or choices that were considered the less of the two evils. And I'm saying it like that because I feel that whoever I'm speaking to may have recently made a choice or choices or cut people out of one's life, whatever the case is, where there was some fallback either way. You see what I'm saying? So not everything was hunky-dory, good to go, you know, that's kind of what I'm feeling. But they're wanting to and regaining their peace slowly but surely. And again, going back to this witch card here, And that's not a derogatory term, it's an honorable term. It's just been misused through time. Prince of Cups, reverse, okay? Cups, air, I'm sorry, cups. It says air of water, ironically. I just said air, but it's kind of like that flow I was telling you about earlier, you know, as I was reading the smoke. And this reminded me of the Chariot card, the way that it has like a harness around this eagle. And eagles usually symbolize freedom. But I think it's also important to note too that in addition to your guides above you that are bringing nourishment, and while not all nourishment has a whole lot on it, notice that this is like maybe giving you breadcrumbs here and there, you know, a little skullfish there, whatever. This person still has a cup in hand here. The big thing I want to point out though is the wings. So not only of notice how this person also has wings. So this person has wings, meaning that you also have to put in the work for some of the things that you want to do. I don't know what that is. That's for you to find out. And I think for those I'm speaking to, you already kind of know, you know, Scorpio symbolism there with the scorpions there. You may be involved with a Scorpio potentially, and this could have to do with all these choices that you're making. Who knows? Running short on time here. I'm going to make this a short one. I'm going to honor that. And look at that, baby. Look at that. So this is final confirmation of the witch's energy that I'm sensing. Because they're the Queen of Wands, but this is in reverse. Now, obviously, the cartomancer doesn't have reverse neither here nor there, but I think that's, you know, it's all for a reason and based on intuition, relying on one's intuition. And I think who I'm speaking to right now, I think there's a call for you to trust yourself more and trust in your own abilities that exist within you, and try not to, and stop relying on things outside of yourself so much. Because I think you're kind of missing out on a lot of power that you have within yourself. And that's why this is in the reverse. It's time for you to embody, to take charge of what it is that is yours as a god or goddess that you are. You know, we all have the energies within all of us, no matter what gender or birth or whatever you identify. And it's about continually achieving that divine balance in your energies through different situations that come up. And obviously in this life, we will have tests that we have chosen. Sit in your throne, own your power, and also own the consequences that come with it. So please be responsible with the way that you handle your power. As a Pechugaso song is coming on. Listen to this. And that's a good way to end it off, y'all. Bottom card in the be the Joker, baby. Look at that. It was in the reverse because I don't think you're having as much fun as you should. Pechugaso Shadow Warrior. This is what the reference to the song is, so excuse me on that, but Pechugaso. It is a perfect because it's representation of the true embodiment of the light and the dark, the light and the shadow, integrated into one. Check out the, if you want to know more context on why I feel that's very synchronistic. Quick backstory: when I made that character, some of you made a story already, so, but character in the Mystic Royal Collective, one that has embodied the light and the dark, Pechugaso Shadow Warrior. It's like with the head of a chicken. Look up Abrasax, I think I said that right. And it's a deity that is the embodiment and representation of, get it? Duality. The Mystic Royal Collective, that's you. Perfect time. I love you, baby. And I'm going to show this one card that popped and stayed on the bottom. Princess of Cups, sweetheart. Prince and Princess, look at that. Divine union at hand. Keep it. Nurture your cup. nurture your guidance, and keep on flying, baby. I love you. We'll talk soon. Ciao, mi amore. Oh, check out the description links if you made it this far. You're awesome. I love you. Really helps out the channel. And please share with anybody you know. Okay? So, I love you. Stay mystical. Until next time.